sitting on the floor.
Yeah, I can't sit on the floor now. Can you imagine me? I put triples and sit on the floor. I sit on a cold paved floor.
One of them was pregnant with twins, and they were expecting what? By fire to cook dinner.
Yeah. And let's be honest, then girls can do it. You don't have to be a business genius to know that 3 bloody sticks and a flat top will make a stool.
But even something in the back even had to be for leather.
Yeah.
Like just fishing chairs, just 3 sticks.
Yeah, no, not really. Because then you've got to throw in an extra. All you need is 3 sticks jammed up. Sit on the bloody thing. Or even get a brick, a big rock, chip the top off and sit on it.
Either Andromeda or the Pleiades, if it doesn't get misty.
I don't know. I think no, it's not coming your way. I don't think.
No, we've been having incredibly clear. It's been 3 weeks of shit, basically, and the last week has just been clear skies, totally. Amazing. And the best thing is, I don't even have to travel or use any petrol in it. I'm just on my terrace. Just set my chair up on my terrace and just I'm away. Like it's right in front of me. The fucking thing, the whole thing is right in front of me.
Yeah. There's no lights around you then.
Yeah, there's a little bit. But at 11 o'clock the lights go out. But the street lights are sort of anti-pollution lights down in the village.
Right.
So you're not getting too much problem from the lights,
What anti-pollution lights? What are they?
Well, they go downwards, and they don't rebound up.
Oh, I know, yeah.
They're not these big orange things that just take.
All right, yeah, no.
Take it. They used to have those, and at one point they were changing the lights. I thought, wow, if they change that, it's going to be great. And then they tried them out, but they left all of them on at the same time then. So just twice the amount of light,
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they had this the lurgy came along. So they started turning the lights out at night. And for me it's like a festival. I just what? It's dark, it's black, You got one of the darkest skies in town, so it's brilliant. Hi Gary, all right?
I am.
Hey guys, Biscuit. We did our street lights don't go off much light at all, Con, to be honest.
Really?
Some of them are just as dark with the lights on.
They go dark light.
You want to come down by us in that case? They actually dim the lights outside my place at 10:30.
Mine go off.
There's been no lights for about 6 months, is it?
The street lights here go off at 11 o'clock, everything. Good. And
actually, that's not a bad idea.
It's good.
Yeah, at least the burglars can come out early then, can they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives them a full night's work and that.
Yeah, fair dues.
Do we still have burglars, or do we just have naughty people who just sneak around? Chances,
I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unless you live in Manchester.
Oh, right, yeah.
Why Manchester?
Yeah.
Why Manchester?
Manchester, everybody gets robbed in Manchester, doesn't
Really?
Rob, as I remember, do you want a set of 6.5 meter poles measuring poles for measuring the height?
Coming handy.
Yeah,
Definitely. You got one there, have you, from the old measuring the telephone wires?
Well, no, I don't know where they came from.
You see the guys coming up and down the street now and again. I was going to say they just fell off the back of a van one day, did they?
Quite possibly. I was clearing out downstairs and I thought, how the hell have I got these and what did I want them for? But I know somebody that might want them.
Very handy, actually.
If you're going past, give me a shout.
Yeah, I will do. I'll give you a couple of coffees, sorry.
Yeah.
What are they?
Measuring poles.
They telescope down to about a meter, but they go up to 6.5 meters, 22 foot.
Bloody hell.
which just happens to be the height
clean
of.
windows with them.
Oh no, it's like a bloody big fishing rod.
That's what I mean. Like this, they use to clean windows, isn't it?
You probably
Mm,
could actually, but why not buy a set of cleaning window rods? It'd be easier.
Yeah, I think it's because they cost about 150 quid.
No, it costs a bit more. I got a set 750 quid.
Yeah, well, you're
Yeah,
posh, aren't
right.
you?
That's for sticking my camera on
I've only got
top
one window. I don't need an expensive set.
of it. Just go and buy a long stick, it'd be all right.
Oh, I get somebody to pay somebody to do it, but that's all they got is carbon rods, and they just
Yeah.
where they use just distilled water with a brush and thing on it, and just scoop them. And I always found it strange they don't use any detergent at all.
Well, you're supposed to. That's what you're supposed to use, apparently. Clean water.
Yeah, distilled water they use, yeah.
Doesn't smear.
Yeah.
So they say.
Well, I don't know. It always rains after they do them anyway. So.
who's got the sinister background clock?
That's me.
Okay.
It's my Chinese table tennis friends. They play table tennis.
Peter Pan crocodile.
That cardiac stent you got is a bit noisy, mind.
Weren't we talking about this the other week? I think we were. I don't know if I can tune on this. Can you see it on this? Does it show? Oh no, I can't. Can I? Because you got the background on.
Which one show us?
Clock.
I'll be with you in a second. Just
No, in a
talk
minute.
You're not talking.
No,
Over now.
Sam's coming in. So we will be talking.
Okay.
What are you doing? Changing the screen?
I'm not like, you know, my screen. It's like a monster at the moment. You can't.
Hey,
get
Sam,
anything.
all right?
Hi, Sam. How are you feeling now, Bisk?
It's one of them.
Deaf.
Grandfather clock.
No, it's a clock and in clock.
A clock and in clock, is it? Oh, for your card.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, where'd you get that?
So you put your clock in, press the thing,
Yeah.
clocks you in. I don't know. It's been around forever.
Well, you've had it for a long time.
Yeah.
Great.
I wouldn't like to say where it's from. I've lost my picture now.
Oh.
Couldn't possibly say.
What do you think, Gary? Yeah, how are you going, Biscuit? How are you feeling?
Oh, a lot better now, thanks.
Good.
Well, we had the lurgy, have you?
Yeah.
COVID or just the flu-y thing?
I don't know, it was rough as hell for the first week, but I don't know, it's just as if it's taken, like they say, but you get up and go,
Yeah.
got up and gone. I've been like that for about the last 2 weeks.
So as Kipper said, was it COVID or flu of sorts?
No, it was COVID.
COVID, yeah. Right. Had you recently had a jab? Yes?
No,
Oh, right.
no, we had a joint decision to decline it.
All right. Then.
Each to their own.
Oh,
Lots
good
of people
Biscuit.
decide not to.
Yeah. They posted through letterbox once you say no.
They what? Post things through your letterbox.
Yeah, COVID germs.
Yeah.
COVID bombs.
Yeah.
Have you become woke, Biscuit?
No, I don't think I'd become woke, but no, I don't think I fit in that category, thank goodness.
How did your Castle Spooky go then?
Excellent. We were packed all day.
Relatives said they came down on, was it Friday? You had something on? Or was it Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday,
Saturday, yeah. So it was really good. Yeah.
great.
Absolutely heaving. So it's a good day.
Were you multitasking?
I was the dragon monk
Uh-huh.
this time. Yeah, so I had my dragons and my monk's outfit on.
Not a monk in drag.
Well, yeah,
Ooh.
the same thing. Yeah. So,
Two monkey business.
yeah, I'm looking forward to we're doing our ghost tours this Thursday. First time we've done them, so I'm quite looking forward to that. So that
Oh,
Is-
yeah.
Is that a pay on the gate, Mike?
no, it's ticket only, yeah. But
Yeah.
we sold out for the Thursday, and we almost sold out for the Friday.
Oh.
So the tickets are going really, really well, sort of thing. So
Excellent.
When's Halloween? Thursday or Friday? Thursday, is it?
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday. So is it an evening thing?
This one is one at 6 o'clock, one at 8 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
About 90 minutes they last. So, but you just walk around basically. You get told stories.
Yeah. And I'm going to find my powder in a minute.
Yeah.
So how many people got telling stories, or is it just going in groups, or what? How does it work?
We got 20 people in the group maximum, and there's 2 people who do the narrating sort of thing, telling the stories, and there'll be 2 or 3 other people sort of hanging around.
People doing spooky things as well, is it, or what? Or
No, it's not really one of those scare you things, but the people will turn up from place to place, sort of thing.
Mm.
Like, I'm not saying the white lady's going to turn up, but there are stories about her, so who knows?
are there many old stories of the castle then?
Yeah. There's about, well, it's a mixture of history of the castle and the medieval bloodiness of it all, sort of thing, and how they tortured and killed people and did things. So there's quite a few of them, and there are quite a lot of true stories that people have come across. I mean, one of our ones that, and I'm not spoiling anything, let's say it now. One of our friends there, she was trying to leave one of the rooms once, and this was at Halloween about 4 years ago, and she was dressed as a ghoul sort of thing, as we were locking up. And when she went to leave, somebody grabbed her and pulled her head back like that. And it happened 3 times as she was trying to leave. And she sort of stopped in her tracks like that and wouldn't move. And then she moved out slowly, and then she got out of the room. And it was very confusing at first, but it turned out that she had a veil on, and the veil got caught on the stone. And as she went forward, it felt as though it was pulling her back. And that was it. She had like net curtains almost on her head. And
Scared the pants off her though, I bet.
She still won't go back in that room. Even though it's not so, but there's quite a few. I had one the other day, and this is true, which I haven't put in the stories yet, and it's a true one. I went up there to take a few pictures. I think Comet seen, but anyway, I went up there, and we did the pictures by myself, and it was dark in there. Although there are lights around, but it was still quite dark. When I was, this is separate, but a black bag bin liner flew out of one of the things and came straight across my face, right at me. But that was something else. But I could hear, when I was there, I could hear people singing. And I thought, oh, like we do things in the castle sometimes. We've had seances and things like that. Oh, that's odd. Nobody's told me about this. So I went a bit further in, and it was getting really loud. I could hear everything, sort of thing. And went to one room, it wasn't there, but it was coming from the next room. So I went there and really carefully, I put my head into the vault sort of thing and looked around the corner. And I could hear the music. It was Bye Bye American Pie. They were singing. I thought, God, it was really weird. And when I went, you got to put your head in to see, and there was nobody in there. But then when I looked, I realised that there's a window in the corner, and this room must have been like an amplifier. And on the Newton Road, there's a place called Crew 42. They got a balcony outside, and it was somebody's birthday party, and they were singing.
Bye, Miss American Pie.
And they were coming up through the window and going into this room, and it sounded as though they're coming out of this room.
Bloody hell, that's spooky.
Yeah, but the weird thing is, we had a guy up there, Paul Lasham. He just wrote a book about ghost stories and time travel, and I was telling him about it, and he said, "Oh, he said that's really good." He said it's like he said a true story is much better than, you know, one you make up sort of thing, because it's got the reality about it. And he said, right, I'm going to go and get my books. He was signing the books in the castle. So he went to his car and he came back out. And he said, you won't believe this. I said, what? He said, I got in the car, switched the engine on, and guess what was playing? Bye Bye Miss American Pie. So, how weird is that,
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's more to this world than we know, I think. But yeah, so not a ghost story, but there are stories like that about sort of thing, and some much more intense. Yeah, so.
That's good. So you know the thing on the Saturday, was it a kind of what did you give it a sort of a Halloweeny thing, or what was?
I thought you were on one of our websites, the Facebook site. If not, I put you on there. Some pictures on there. Yeah, there was lots of witches and different people. When we talk in a minute, I'll put some up.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, it was.
I think I saw a bit of a. I saw your preamble for it about a week or so ago, where you had some shots and you had the shadow of you against the wall.
Oh right, well, that's for the ghost stories.
That was the plastic bag encounter.
Yeah,
ghost for the black plastic bag.
I think I'm not bothered at all by things at the castle, but that bag really sort of frightened me. I find it a bit weird, really. Something like that would sort of frighten me.
Maybe it wasn't a wind, Mike. Maybe it was someone getting in touch.
Well, who knows, Con? You never really know. Yeah. Let me say. Right. I got a few. So we have things like these are our sort of witches that go up there, and oh, sorry, it's gone now. Can't I share more than one thing, Con?
Share entire screen.
Can't see that. Anyway, we have these are our witches. If it comes up. Yeah, so you know but that's basically it. I mean,
that's not good. That
I think
poles with hats on and dripped bits of material.
Yeah,
good effect. Where were they? In the middle of the green somewhere?
Yeah, they were in one of the rooms. I don't know when it can.
If you hit the green thing, Mike, over the left, and then gives you option.
I haven't got a green thing. I haven't got a green thing.
How do you share then?
That was me and that's Friar Fish, the little guy.
Can't see anything. You're not sharing anything.
No. Oh, is there nothing coming up?
No.
Sorry, I don't know. Is there nothing on the screen at all?
No, nothing.
Yeah.
You gotta hit share screen, and then you pick entire screen.
Right, let me just do it. Let me see if it comes up.
You're on a Mac or on your PC?
Anything coming up?
Oh, there we are. Now you
green wet.
But it's just one, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Now it works.
No. All right. This is some of the families. They just dressed up like that. I don't know who they are. That was my witch.
Hanging about.
Yeah. And that was the sort of just generally the people around her sort of thing.
Nice day.
And that was my favourite picture I took.
That looks quite spooky in black and white.
Yeah. Anyway, I won't bore you with the rest of them. But, yeah, I mean, it was a good event sort of thing. But, we had a bit of a laugh. There's always parents are worse than kids, to be honest. You know, there's a lot of things going on with double meanings and things that the kids obviously didn't understand, but the parents did. You know, because you couldn't frighten kids, can you? Not much. Not when the parents are looking.
You're not trying hard enough.
Well, no, but that witch you've seen there that was hanging out, I had fishing wire tied to her, so I could make her dance. So remotely almost. So she was quite scary in the corner. So if any of the kids came too close to me, I could just pull a few strings and she'd start dancing, and they'd sort of run back to their mother.
Were you in view of them? Because could they see you pulling the strings?
And they wouldn't be able. No, they'd be so down behind my back.
Trade secrets.
Good.
Well, there's always clever ones, and there's yeah.
We know why you did that.
Yeah.
I can see the wires.
Yeah, there's out of every group of 10, there's always 2 that try and work out exactly how it works.
Doubting Thomases, they call it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's fair enough. Is they're inquisitive. But the trouble is, they always come back and try and spoil it for everybody else.
Yeah. I used to have that when I was doing my circus show. And a prime example of that, I'll try and keep it short. I was doing a show middle of Oxford Street, and I had long been doing my street show. My one man doing a bit of juggling, comedy, riding my one-wheel bike, and then I got to my knives. So I get a volunteer from the crowd, and the idea was I would get him to join my circus. So he had to do a test. So I put him up against this board, which was an effigy of like a clown. I said, right, now you've got to pass the custard pie test. So I'd stand this young guy up against the board, and I'd say, right, I'll go and get the custard pies now. So I'd reach into my bag of fun, bring up this big yellow box. I said, right, I got the custard pies, so I'm just going to throw them at you, and they go splat, splat, splat. And if you're still smiling and laughing afterwards, you're in the circus. You're allowed. So I take 10 paces back, stand in front of the guy, and out of the yellow box, I pull these 3 knives. But I must say, by now, I've blindfolded the victim, volunteer. So just so he doesn't get all custard in his face, you see, so he's blindfolded. So I walk 10 paces back, and I say, right, and I pull out the custard pies, and the crowd will go, oi! And I go, just a minute. I said, oh, same thing. I said, it's okay, it'll have the same effect. You know, I'll throw them, splat, guns, a lot of stuff everywhere, it'll be okay. So the whole idea was, don't tell the victim, volunteer, that they're not custard pies, they're actually knives. So I go through the motion then to throw the knives. So the crowd count, 1, 2, 3, ready, steady, throw. So I go to throw the knives, and as I'm about to do this mock throw of the knife, this one woman runs out of the crowd, grabs my victim volunteer, pulls him to a side and says, go now. Yeah, and she disappeared my course, so I couldn't do the trick then, because everybody else had seen what I was going to do. And I thought, you bugger. You wrecked it.
Yeah.
But you got a bit of humour out of it. There's always the one that wants to sort of, we know you did that.
It's a nice idea, though. I like it.
No, but the idea was, you see, that with the knives, and I did it loads of times, and the volunteers were great. They're blindfolded with a funny face on, and as I get the crowd to count 1, 2, 3, ready, steady, throw, while they're shouting ready, steady, throw, I tiptoe up to the board, and there are pre-cut slices in the wooden board to take the knives. So I position the knife blade in the slot, and as they shout out throw, I go, allow it to go through the air, and I whack the end of the knife so it hits the board. So it's like it's just hit the board. And the kids are going, oh! I said, and then I run back the other way. I said, right, that's 1. Only another 2 to go now. And I do the whole 3. But it would be great, good effect. And then I'd run down, and the test would be right. Now, if he's still smiling after all this, he's in the circus. So I'd whip the blindfold off, and it would be a mixture of sort of like, oh, well, I'm still here, or what, But big cheer from the crowd, and job done,
Yeah.
Illusion.
And
My
if you
solution.
do it in Town Hill, they take the knife up the board and throw it back at you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, but then what I'd say was, right, but sometimes if I felt really lucky, I'd say, okay, I said, you've been really good. I said, now it's your turn. So you have the knives and I'll stand here against the board. You know what I mean? I made sure they didn't get more than a yard away from me to say, no, I was only joking, you know.
You always get some smart ass and turn around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't chance that today.
Oh,
Do you know, I had to, I put one of these gazebos up, and I was in the gazebo, and I put markers around, tape around it, so the kids couldn't get into it because I didn't want them too close to me. So they still managed to get in there, though. You know, their parents would push them under the ropes, I think.
Oh, yeah, best laid plans, they're really, you know.
Yeah.
This is the idea, and they always want to try and rumble it, you know.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's good because one part of my thing was I had a cardboard box and I put a dragon in there and he disappear. But it's quite an old-fashioned trick. Basically, he's always there. He's on the back of one of those sort of leaves.
Yeah.
And sort of stuck to it as you open it. But of course, they're all going around and sort of trying to put their head around the corner to see what's happening, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And once one of them knows it, they shout it out, don't they? So.
Yeah.
I can see him. He's at the back.
You know, the funny thing was, I had a routine that I did, and I varied it, and I went off plan sometimes if the kids drew me in another direction. But this one thing I regularly did, when I got to ride my unicycle, I try and mount it, and I fall flat on my face loads of times, and I say, wait a minute, I need handlebars. All right, here we are. So I pull out my magic wand, handlebars. Great, I'm okay now. And I take off and smack, I go down on my face again. And the good thing was I had an 8-foot square plywood circus floor, Uncle Sam's one-man circus. So it was good to have a solid floor, because when I fell and I smacked my face on the floor, the thing which made the smacky noise was my stick smacking against the wood, you know. But then I do that a number of times, and this one little girl, she must have seen my show a couple of times, because the next bit then was, I know why this isn't working. And she shouted out, you haven't got the magic horn. So I'd attach a little horn onto it, and that would make it work. And I would be able to ride around then, hunky-dory. But she shouted out that little prompt from the middle of nowhere. I said, oh, she's seen it before, but she went along with it. It was great, you know.
Yeah. You still got a unicycle?
Yeah, and I got my tall one. Because I had
Can I ask you, how tall is it?
Well, my original one was 6 foot. But that, I used that loads. That was my opener when I did a fete or a carnival. I'd always start with that, you know. And but then it got stolen. I thought, there's a thing to steal. I was renovating a house in Morriston, and I was storing some of my stuff up there. The house got broken into, and of all things, they stole my unicycle, 6 foot tall, chrome giraffe unicycle, and a bag of modelling balloons. There's a thing to steal. And how are you going to quietly walk down the road with this? You can't just put it in a pocket, or you can hardly get it into a car.
Where was this, Morriston?
Morriston, yeah.
Well, that speaks for itself, really, doesn't it?
So I immediately went round to the scrap yards, you know, so they no signs of it. But then Kim bought me a replacement the following year for Christmas, a really, really good one. And this was it was a 7 foot one, which came in parts as well, so you could actually collapse it down, put it in a box, and if I wanted to travel with it, you could have. You didn't have to have had a van. But so that was actually, you could take 2 foot sections out. So I added a 5 foot, and I don't think I ever got to put the extra section in to take it up to 7 foot. And of course, not long afterwards then, I was took bad under the doctor, and I never really got back to it. But it's in the shed there now, just sitting. I always check the tire every now and then to see if it's if it's okay. But
And the doctor said, "What? You never ride a unicycle again, Sam?"
well, but I think I had been. Did I go on it when it was 5 foot? I think I'm not sure actually now. But I'd more. The mounting was the thing. You know, getting on it. I mean, the party piece for getting on it. When I used to use mine regularly, you get volunteers from the crowd to hold it up for you. You know, you get two guys, and there'd be a particular way. They'd have their feet either side of the wheel to stop it going, and then they'd hold the tube, and I would literally climb up it. But the slapstick bit was, as I'm climbing up it, I'm rocking back and forth as if I'm falling off. I'm grabbing their hair, and you know, one line was I'd put my hand on one guy's head, and I'd say, "Oh, what have you got on here? A whole jar of brew cream or something? Oh, it's bloody awful!" Slipping off it, you know, all sorts. And then I get to the top, but it was critical. They kept their feet either side of the wheel, so it didn't go anywhere. And I had to give him some stick. No, don't move them until I say go, you know. So then the theory was I'd get up on the top, get a bit of balance. Right, when I say go, let go with the hands and take your feet away. Well, sometimes they would, right, 1, 2, 3, go. They'd let go with their hands. They'd forget to take their feet away. So I'd start pedaling. And of course, their feet are like chocker blocks under the tyre. So it wouldn't go anywhere. And I go smack. All good slapstick fun.
And yeah, everybody laughed.
Yeah, it's when I used to do my juggling, and I used to say I go to festivals and conventions in Europe, and you see these guys that were so good, so technically, you know, on the ball, and some of them were technically on the ball, and their delivery was spot on as well. But you had other guys who could juggle, you know, 5 clubs, 7 balls, whatever. But the presentation, so it wasn't so much the technical bit of what you did, it's how you presented it within the entertainment format, you know. So you introduce, you know, this trick is very hard to do. You can't always get it right. Oh, there it goes again. Look, I've done it now. The drop trick. It takes a while to practice the drop trick. You know, you just drop one by accident, and you tell him it's really hard to get that way in when you want it. You know. Also,
Tommy Cooper said it's harder to do magic and get it wrong than to do it and get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a much more difficult sort of thing.
Oh, a bit like Les Dawson piano, like, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's
Playing the wrong note at the right time.
But when he did that, if you listen to any program, it's always the same notes he plays wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It sounds the same. Yeah, it's not just him sort of hitting the piano. He actually plays the notes to make it sound really wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because he's a really good pianist, I think, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, well, it's a good thing to get into, isn't it? I suppose if you want to do. I've seen some in Covent Garden on unicycles juggling, and one of them was juggling on not a pallet. What do you call it? You know the boxes where you move house, those tea boxes.
Yeah.
He was on one of them on the unicycle. He jumped up on it from the floor, sort of thing. I don't know how he did it. And then he was juggling about 6 sort of knives or something. And I thought it's amazing how, you know, how do you train for that? You must.
You just have to work up and work up and work up. I did my first tall unicycle ride when I spent a week with the Georgian State Circus in Georgia. We flew to Moscow and then on from there to Georgia, and we worked with them for a week. And that was my first thing then of the tall unicycle. And
I didn't know that. Now he's in common with us now, isn't he, Con? Circus workers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's a good time in the circus. I love the tight wire at the back, man, in between the 2 trees. Wow, just amazing.
They used to hang their washing on it.
Yeah. That came up as you know, I do my quizzes, so I do my quiz on a Monday, and I did an extra one on Friday for a charity event down the marina. But on Thursday night, I actually went to a quiz that Kim's relatives were organising in the Gower Inn. So this one question which came up, and it was, in the circus, what do you call I thought, I know this one. What is it now? And initially I thought, oh, I think that's a tightrope walker. And then I thought, no, it's the other word for a unicyclist. And it was something like bella, umbrella. But anyway, it was a tightrope walker. So I put down to like the cyclist, and it was another word for a tightrope walker.
It's a funambulist.
That's it, yeah, funambulist, yeah.
I was a funambulist.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good, man. But it's amazing when they give you a bar, okay? You get this large bar,
Oh, yeah.
then you can just stay there forever. It's
Yeah.
no problem at all, you know? But when you take a bar away, it's like, oh, you start to do one wobble and that's a lot, man. It's gone.
I tell you what, I've seen a variation of it lately. There's a Cardiff troupist out of Cardiff called No Fit State Circus, and there's a ploy on all the states, China State, Moscow State, whatever. So these were called No Fit State. It's great, but they got a really high tech show going now, and it's really. There's loads of stuff going on all the time in the big top, and you don't know what quite to watch. But one of the things is this it's like a slack rope, which goes right across the width of the tent. And the guy comes on and they sit on it and then they bounce. And it's a bit like they're on a trampoline, but all they're taking off from and landing on is this rope, you know?
It hurts between the legs, Sam. It hurts. Because when you're on it, right, like a tightrope, you make sure you don't fall straight there with your leg each side of it, you know.
Oh no, obviously, yeah.
With the other slack rope there as well, oh, good God, you just slip because it's not as secure as a tightrope, you know.
No, yeah.
And it slips and it goes in between the legs, but then it sort of goes whack and it's in the balls. Oh God!
Where did you do that then, Con?
Done a wreck. It was with Billy Smarts. And Chipperfields, Chipperfields? I remember.
Is it Chippendale?
Kiss a go. I can do that.
I was working there. I used to work there every time.
All right.
I was not in charge of the elephants, but I was taking care of the elephants. Well, you get to, as you're there, you know. You get.
Did you make that runaway, Nelly?
Oh, the one with the golden trunk, yeah. Bloody right salad.
I was there only one year I went there, but I remember taking the elephants over to the beach.
Yeah,
but I
love the water, don't I?
But did you take?
They do that rope thing on the wreck actually, not almost opposite Euro Place, Con.
Yeah.
For the cenotaph, they got some trees there, and they tie ropes to and do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
One of them's like a bungee, looks like to me.
Yeah.
It's sort of, but it's only about 5 foot high, and when they step on it, it's about that far from the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do it. It's quite the modern slack rope is called.
Yeah.
Is that right?
When you took the elephants over the beach, did you have a load of poo bags with you?
No, but people did collect it.
Right. You always get people following the elephants, man. All the gardeners will be there.
Apparently it's good for scaring off lions. And someone said, have you ever seen any lions?
Just what you needed in Brindle at that time.
I've never seen any lions in Brindle.